Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading and astrology for April 27th through May 2nd of 2020. Last week of April, we're in Taurus season. I have my George Costanza candle here, my Lamb of God Costanza here that I got for my birthday. 2020, it was supposed to be the summer of George. So I put that up here just for the astrology half. I'll probably take it away when we get into the readings just because I don't want to waste any bit of this. I love this. And I did get it for my birthday this past week. So happy birthday to all Tauruses celebrating as well. Let's get into your astrology here. If you haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to share the videos if you enjoyed it. And check out your readings for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. If you want to book a private reading, all my info is below. And I am taking 20% off during this pandemic time. And I'll talk a little bit about the astrology analysis through Truly Divine and how you can get 30% off at the end, okay? So let's get into this here with the astrology, all right? Monday, April 27th, we're starting off the week with the moon in Cancer. You also have Mercury moving into Taurus, which is pretty big here. So that's going to bring about a lot more prudent, methodical, practical thinking and execution. We're going to be a lot more tenacious, unlikely to change our mind and where we're directing our energy at this time. We're going to be taking our time to establish conclusions and judgments with Mercury in Taurus because it does bring up this more dogmaticism, this slow, silent processes that are going to be a lot more common in terms of making a decision, changing direction, in terms of, again, where we're directing our energy in general here. So judgments formed during this time will probably end up sticking and not changing. On Tuesday, April 28th, we have a couple of things here, mostly small stuff until Wednesday. Sun in Taurus sextiling the moon in Cancer, bringing up equality and ability to deal well with all. We're going to be feeling at home and looking towards friends and family for any support or help at this time. We also have Mercury in Taurus squaring Saturn in Aquarius, bringing up some more quarrelsome, greedy, and suspicious energies. Wednesday, April 29th, which is going to be pretty big here, we do have Saturn retrograding beginning on Capricorn. I feel like I said that super weird. Saturn retrograde begins on Capricorn. All right. I feel like you can't say it right anyway. Anyways, delays resulting in your long-term plans. Fear of failure might come up here, and this more self-deprecation, provoking a lot of self-punishment. So watch out for that while Saturn's retrograding in Capricorn at this time. I'm not sure exactly when that ends. For some reason, I didn't write it down. I do apologize. So let's move on now here. We also have the moon in Cancer on that same day, opposite Pluto in Capricorn, bringing up more one-sided views of emotions, feeling dejected, and having more addictions to pleasure and self-indulgence as a reaction. We also have the moon in Leo opposite Saturn and Aquarius on this day, bringing again this dissatisfied, introverted, more depressed, and low energy due to perceived restrictions here. So Wednesday could be a little bit Thursday, April 30th, we have the moon in Leo squaring Mercury in Taurus here, so spiritual gifts are going to be in focus here, and we're going to be less superficial and hasty. We also have the moon in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus, which is going to bring up eccentric, headstrong, capricious, intense energy here. Could also bring up some derailments of relationships, so watch out for that. We also have Mercury in Taurus conjuncting Uranus in Taurus, so both of them being in Taurus, it's going to make us more progressive, unconventional, creative, inventive, and intuitive here. It's going to bring up this more adaptability and agile mindset, which is interesting for all this Taurus energy, but Uranus and Taurus really brings in that opposite again, adaptable, non-traditional energy. So we're going to be ignoring the traditional here. And that's pretty much all the big stuff going on this week in terms of astrology. So from here forward, we're going to be talking the tarot for the week, all right? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to look at your week ahead, April 27th through May 2nd with the tarot here. We're going to use the original deck, my original Rider-Waite deck here. And I'm going to tell you a quick little funny story while I shuffle it a little. So I celebrated my birthday this past week, and happy birthday to all my other Tauruses who celebrated last week or are celebrating this week. Happy birthday. Hope it's lovely and wonderful. But my mother sent me some stuff through the mail for gifts, and it wasn't much, but she did send me this cloth here, this napkin thing, and I was like, what is this, for? And so when I talked to her on my birthday, she told me that she actually stole this from Guy Fieri's restaurant. So I have a Stolen Guy Fieri Flavortown napkin here that I'm supposed to wrap my tarot in. So, very interesting. Let's take this reading to Flavortown. All right, let's go on here, Tauruses. All right. Ooh, I like it. I'm really liking this week for you guys. It's looking very nice, I have to say. Really good time for you. Not very surprised here, but we did get the Hierophant as your theme of the week, the first card out, and this card came out right behind it, so I couldn't ignore that. The Nine of Pentacles. Oh, let's look at the Hierophant first here. This is traditionally the card of Taurus in the tarot. It represents higher knowledge, more traditionally based knowledge. You know, this is very different than the High Priestess. It shows, you know, a more traditional church type leader, traditional knowledge, traditional experience that has become knowledge for you. You have become wiser. And I mean, as this is the time of your solar return, we're experiencing a growth in our spirit, a leveling up of sorts. So it's time to dip into that higher knowledge, to step into who we want to be moving forward based on what we've learned. We've already grown so much. We have expanded a lot, especially with Uranus and Taurus. Look at yourself now and see how much you've learned about adaptability, about staying grounded and, you know, going the traditional path, but also doing what's best for you. There's a lot of confidence and self-knowledge, a real sense of grounded, you know, secure knowledge here. I'm doing this for myself. I'm really good at this week. So your themes this week are a lot of prosperity and success for yourself, a sense of wiseness and growth in that, you know, more spiritual mental area there that, you know, projects you moving forward. You have the keys now. You know what's best, and taking a slower approach, you know, is always going to be fine. While everybody else was getting caught up in that capitalistic game of, you know, working more to get more, you know, need to hustle 24/7. You guys were like, I don't need to do that, and this is why. And while everybody else, you know, who's lived that way is really struggling during this time, you know that working in a different way is actually better, working slower and, you know, working less for more. That's better. And I think that you guys have also progressed a lot spiritually, and you've grown a lot, just in all sorts of ways. You're there's a sense of independence and true, I don't know, like really admirable stability, really amazing stuff here. Like you're coming across very attractively, really on point, really wonderful, and successful. You know, you don't really have anything to worry about, like on your own, because nines are about you. Anyways, how you're feeling and you're in your spiritual and emotional this week is the Emperor. Very authoritative, taking control, stepping up to the plate. And as I say that, ooh, thunder cracks in the distance there. And I love the Emperor. He's very intense, very, again, it brings that authoritative, you know, I'm the master of the situation. I'm the master of my feelings, my emotions, of where I'm at right now. Nothing kind of can knock me over. I'm above it. I've stepped up, and this is who I am. Like with the Hierophant and the Emperor, as you know, the Hierophant as more of your theme and focus for the week, and the Emperor being how you're feeling spiritually and emotionally. It's very in control, stabilized. Like, I'm a conqueror. I've stepped into this position, and now I'm going, you know, this is leadership and feeling. Again, there's another 9. Two of my favorite cards, for just good messages here are right here with the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. There's a lot of yellow here, which brings, you know, happiness, joy, success, and celebration really to your reading. There's a lot of celebration and emotional, like, you know, I did this, like, let's take this, you know, I can feel really proud of myself. There's a lot of emotional fulfillment and recognition in yourself of, you know, how far you have come. There's a sense of completion and, you know, feeling like you've achieved some type of intense satisfaction here. You've made some big achievements, and there's been a lot of emotional and again physical well-being really attained when you get the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Like, you guys have some really amazing cards here. I can't wait to show you some of these ones right over here for love even. And it's just like, yeah, it's really good. This is a great week for you guys, and there's a lot of contentment, happiness, again, success with our accomplishments in all ways this week is a really huge focus. So feel proud of yourself, feel good about it, feel like you've hit a sense of completion, and you know, we can reward ourselves. There's a lot of well-being this week for you guys. Three of Pentacles with work, it signifies that you're aligned in mind, body, spirit. The foundations that you're building right now will stand strong for the test of time, can learn, you know, can really build that 10 of Pentacles in the long term. If you're working with others, you're working very compatibly together. There's a lot of cohesiveness there, and just really good energy in terms of working together to create a desired outcome, to create what you want, because there's alignment there. So working on the foundations, working and making sure that we're aligned in those areas will be important, especially in terms of work. We also could be, you know, accepting other people's help and guidance a little bit at this time. Three of Swords reversed, the Sun, and then the Justice card come up here for love. And I actually really like this, because Three of Swords reversed looks at where you've healed, how you've grown, and you might be very surprised about that. You might need to really, you know, sit down, take a look, you know, where these swords have been put in, and where you've maybe had disorder in your heart, where maybe you've been doing things that have actually hurt you or made love very painful, difficult for you. And now we're really appreciating how far we've come. We could be celebrating the fact that we've healed and grown away from somebody that's really hurt us. Or again, with the Three of Swords there with the Sun, you know, there's a big highlight on, you know, somebody or something that has hurt you, where you have grown and how you have really balanced yourself out because of it. There's a sense of taking responsibility for your heart, for your love, for what you have done in the past, and doing what's right now. It's standing up for yourself, standing up for what is right, and even taking responsibility if you've hurt somebody, done something wrong. If you need to say sorry, if you need to heal the situation, you're going to do it. And it will be wonderful. Because Justice, again, it brings in this ability to see both sides of the situation, being able to see it really, really clearly. Justice, whew, sorry, let me get a sip of water here. As I spill it. Pardon me, guys. I don't know what just happened there. Like, lost my breath, went to go drink some water, spilled it all over myself. Apparently, I can't drink water normally. What's going on? Anyways, anybody else ever do something really stupid like that? Because I do that a lot. Anyways, Justice here is, again, this sense of proportioning yourself, and really tells you that you are being held accountable for your actions, but also that you're going to seek out the best path forward to right the wrongs, to do its best, to call people out also where they need to be called out. But for me, this is a very positive way of healing. This is a very positive way of bringing things into balance and taking responsibility, you know, delegating responsibility, even like, yeah, I did this, but you also did this. Let's work on it here. And in terms of those of you guys who are not in relationships, there's a lot of growth here and balancing out from a past relationship, or maybe there's a situation with a Libra where they want to come back and heal things. Let's pull one more for that kind of situation. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Yeah, if this is a past situation, I think that we're gonna admit where we've been wrong. Empress reverse, world reverse, or maybe this other person is. There's a lot of greediness or self-focus here on what we need and not so much on what the others need. And there needs to be more of a balance there in terms of what we give and what we're getting here. So the world reverse does bring into fact, you know, that some changes need to be happening, and that we need to have less fear about change here. We could be fearing change within a relationship or change within a situation, and instead of approaching it in a better way, we could have been approaching it in an immature way. I can't speak. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it just shows the need to start taking responsibility, owning up to what you need to do, and making things right. Also, again, brings about balance and happiness into a relationship and healing here. And if you're single, you know, we're seeing some truths about a situation, but also about our role in that situation. That's okay. Four of Cups reversed and the Temperance card are your cards of guidance for this week. So Four of Cups reversed says if you're dissatisfied with a situation in combination with Temperance, do something about it. you have been maybe in a situation before where you haven't, or, you know, maybe you're looking around and saying, what have I learned from the past that I can now apply? This is a mature adaptation here to what life is asking. It's like, are you happy? And if you're frustrated, you're not happy about something, you're dissatisfied somewhere in your life, it's time to do something about it, but communicate about it, adapt to the situation and change. There's changing happening, and I think you're going to comfortably be able to do that this week. Let's pull one romance angel for you guys, for love here, for Tauruses this week. Ooh, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. What's this here? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay? So, call in your soulmate. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're letting go of, releasing, opening yourself up to, it's calling in the right soulmate for you, and you just stay optimistic and positive here, okay? Look at things from both perspectives. Maybe we've been a bit impatient about something or someone. Ooh, what's this coming out? This is from the Lynn V. Andrews Oracle deck, Nurturing. I love this card. It's so beautiful. We are the only ones who can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, the earth will heal you as you heal her, with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and place it in the hands of the deities of the earth and sky. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams. Act in your dreams as you want to act. Find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. So beautiful messages there for you guys this week. Tauruses, love you all. Have a wonderful week of Taurus season, and happy birthday to all of you celebrating. And thank you guys so much for all of your support. Do make sure to subscribe, share the video. If you want to book a private reading, guys, all of that information is always right below in my description box. And again, I'm taking 20% off of all of my readings right now, just to help out during this whole pandemic global situation. Do check out Truly Divine. They are an incredible astrology and numerology service. They do analysis just for yourself, for your life path number. They also do compatibility analysis for numerology as well as astrology. And the astrology one was just like, I mean, they were both incredible, but I still am going back and reading it. I started rereading my own astrology analysis this past week again, and it's just incredible. So do check them out, guys. You can get 30% off with my code DEKU30. You can use it as many times as you want. You don't just have to use it once. You can give it to as many friends. They can use it. So do take advantage of that. They are the best astrology and numerology analysis system I have ever used, and I get readings, and I've had analysis done by people in person for astrology and numerology, and they just blow them all out of the water. So definitely check out their services. I'm really impressed by them, and I'm really happy I get to work with them. So check that out, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and have a wonderful and blessed week. Alrighty. Namaste.